You don't want to pay for someone else's electricity or water usage, right? Well, here's the thing. As a seller, we know that on closing day, we're not using the house. We're usually out the day before closing at least. And when the buyer is moving in, they're the ones using the utilities. That seems reasonable, right? Wrong. They need to check to make sure the house still has a working AC system. It still has toilets that flush and faucets that work. Make sure that those utilities stay on. I always tell my sellers the day after closing because you don't want something silly like that one day of utilities to throw off your closing date and that wire is no longer being wired to your bank account. I had a buyer. I had a couple of issues with this, but on the buyer end, we went. There was no water. We couldn't test anything, and we actually requested that we get a holdback and still closed, but we got a holdback because we couldn't test the toilets, the faucets. It turned out actually there was an issue with the refrigerator, ice maker, all that stuff. But my buyers are real gracious about it. But here's the thing. They've got to be able to test it. So leave it on till the day after closing. I say that because if you shut it off on closing day, the county or the city may shut that water off in the morning before the walkthrough. So if you've ever had any issues with a walkthrough not having power, let me know, and how did you handle it?